Well, welcome to another episode of the Billy Ho Show. And what I've got here is a Gray and Menzies bottle. And Gray and Menzies made soft drinks in New Zealand and distributed them all over the place. But when I was a kid, across the road more or less was the Avondale racecourse, and we were always getting into trouble. Mr. Wallaby was the caretaker and he was always chasing us somewhere, but because we used to use it as a shortcut to go to the pictures. we didn't do any damage or anything like that. We were just there and he chased us because we were there. But anyway, these Gray and Menzies bottles, people would buy them and have a drink, and back in the day you got threepence. So if you took a bottle back to where you bought it from, they gave you a refund of threepence. And so when a man bought or a woman bought the bottle of drink at the racecourse on race day, they'd take it away and drink it, and we'd follow them and just stand beside them and say, "Can I have your bottle when you're finished with it, mister?" And you say, "Yes," or "Bugger off, you little shit." But anyway, 9 times out of 10 we got the bottle, and we'd take it back and get threepence, and then we'd take the next one and next one. But we made something like about 10 shillings on the day, which is probably equivalent to about $100 these days. When you go to the pictures these days, it can cost you up to £4 in the old money for an ice cream. Who'd have thought £4, which is pretty much a week's wages, for an ice cream? But anyway, as I said, back in the day, Gray and Menzies were the people, and after these people, about 1956, the Innis Tartan people came, and they had their bottles, and I think they had a refund on them as well. But in our time, it was Gray and Menzies, they were the bottle. And I've got one here, and they had this little logo on the bottle, which is very well done. But as I said, Gray and Menzies, I think they were stationed in Thames, or Mr. Menzies was in Thames, and then Mr. Gray joined him, and somehow they teamed up and became Gray and Menzies. But anyway, interesting. On Facebook, there's a page called Mad on New Zealand, which is absolutely full of things nostalgic. So go and have a look at Mad on New Zealand, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop out and have a look at a rubber band drive. And what a rubber band drive is when you had a driving axle on the back of your truck, and then maybe you put an extra axle in that never had a diff, but it was just another axle to help with the weight. So in order to get some drive on that axle, you put a sprocket in the middle, put the other wheel on, and then you had this V-belt drive then that drove that second wheel. Some say it was good, some say it was not so good. Some people say without it we got stuck, and with it we didn't. And Uncle Harry was saying a lot of loggers had the V-belt drive as well. But we've got one down south of Geraldine, so let's go and take a look at that.